I'm here with Adam Wawrzynski ahead of your match in 2 days at EVW 24. How are you feeling today?
I feel great. Ready to go. Body feels good. Everything feels connected and in place. I'm ready to showcase.
How long did it take to recover after the match with Sanders earlier in the year?
Ah,
Absolute war.
yeah, it took a few weeks. He definitely rattled my elbow a little bit, all the joints. It was a tough recovery process, but I'm ultimately stronger from it. So all good.
For sure. Now, let's say you win this match. What's the next goal for you? Is it to keep climbing the rankings, or is there a specific opponent you have in mind?
Um, you know, I it's always hard for me to answer that question. I just sort of have a mentality as I go where I'm called. So wherever, whatever the Lord would have in store for me to go, and that's where I'll go.
How many years have you been arm wrestling now?
11.
11.
11.
Now, where do you think you've made the most progress? Like, was it year 5 to year 8 to 10, like the past couple years? Like, where do you think you've improved the most? Are you in your best shape ever?
I am in my best shape ever right now. That's a good question. So when I first started arm wrestling, I was also playing college football. So the emphasis wasn't really on arm wrestling. I would say probably 2 years after college football that year. So that would have been years maybe 6 through 10 is where
Okay.
I would say years 6 through 8 is where a big improvement made, and then just recently in the past year, I feel like I have reached a higher
And
level.
what has helped you to keep reaching a higher level? Is it consistency with competitions? Is it what
Mhm.
you're training with your team, weight training? What has helped you to get in your
Yeah,
best shape?
definitely. Having a good, solid team to constantly sharpen off of is really what took me to the next level. And then adapting and training and understanding your weaknesses and truly building those and making those into newer strengths.
Hmm.
Combination of both, but by far most importantly, having that strong team to sharpen against is really what took me to the next level.
For sure. As far as this event, there's some other 95 kilogram matches. Are you going to be
Mhm.
paying close attention to
Oh yeah,
seeing what happens there? Because you might want to call
absolutely.
one of these guys out.
Yeah.
Todd Hutchings and Bogdan, how do you see that match going?
I would have told you 3 months ago that Bogdan had nothing for Todd, but man, he's just been doing such amazing things in the past 6 months, even. So I don't know. That is truly a match I cannot predict
Hmm.
right now.
What about Michael Todd versus Petrenko? We just had Michael Todd in here. He said 100%, sure that he's going to
Yeah.
win. Do you think it's going to be a hard match? Do you think he's going to win? How do you see that one going?
Michael Todd has a lot of heart, and him competing in his home state with, like he said, all his family here supporting him, and so much local support. It's 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 hard to say that Michael Todd won't win this match. Even if things just don't go his way, I think he's gonna pull out the heart and do whatever it takes to win.
For sure. So you've been arm wrestling 11 years now. What got you into the sport?
The WAL got me in the sport, actually. I was not sure. I was playing football at the time, not sure if I was going to play at the next level. And watching TV one day, saw what was actually the Game of Arms was on TV, that
Hmm.
show. And I was looking up, tournaments, how to get into it. And the WAL was big at the time. So I ended up going to a tournament, going out to Vegas, seeing how big it was. And that just kind of got me hooked.
Hmm. Who's a athlete that inspired you maybe when you started or right now, someone that you see and you're like, man, they're super technical or they're super explosive or their style is something I want to do. Someone who inspired you as an athlete.
Yeah, watching the WAL get going into the sport. Actually, Alan Fisher was one of my big icons. I love to watch him pull. He was anytime he was on, I really wanted to watch him. And I thought guys like Travis Bajan were made. Dave Chafee was one. I was like, wow, just a really strong guy. And then once I started learning more about John Brzezinski, I was just fascinated by the way he arm wrestled. So definitely those men.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's maybe your favorite tournament win or your favorite super match of your career? What are like, maybe you could name one or two or three, some of your
Mhm.
biggest wins, some that you're most proud of?
Definitely my most recent match with Sanders is probably one of my favorites, just because um, I mean, because it was with Sanders, and then also because I got outside of my comfort zone. It was not one of those matches where I was like, when the guy when Josh reached out to me about it, I was like, you got to be out of your mind. I can't pull Sanders. And he kind of talked me into it, and it really helped me to get outside of that comfort zone and see where I could really go.
And I think most people had you as a heavy underdog in that match, and then you pulled out the win. So I want to talk about like weight class, because you competed at the World Championships last year. It was an 85 kilogram weight class, right? And right now you're sitting a little bit above the weight that you have to make tomorrow. So as far as like, what's a weight that you feel comfortable with that you want to, compete at a certain weight class, or do you want to experiment with different weight classes?
Yeah, it's a good question. I honestly, I think I'm still in the experimentation phase, because I used to walk around 95 kilos or just a little under for the longest time. But I got a little bigger for Sanders, and I think I got a little permanently bigger because I've been walking around at 100. And to come to 95 has been a little bit of a cut for me. So I feel like I could still make 90 for something like WAF, but I maybe want to slowly experiment into 105. And also 95 is that option because it's right there. It's an easy weight cut for me, not hard. So I don't know if I want to settle down anywhere right now. I'm kind of still seeing what my body wants to do.
Do you plan on doing the World Championship this year?
Not this year, but next year.
Okay. And as far as your opponent, have you analyzed his matches? Is there something you're looking to hit a certain angle? Do you see a weak point? What have you gathered from? I'm sure you've probably watched some of his matches.
Yeah, interesting style of top roller. To me, it appears that he attacks the thumb and the rotation harder than he does the finger shelf and the back pressure. So a little bit more of an interesting style top roller, at least for me to handle. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I feel like there are definitely a few ways that I could go about this match. So I have a few game plans, and we got five round, guaranteed 3 rounds to figure it out. So.
That's right. Do you have any final words to the fans, to your opponent, 2 days out from EVW 24?
Oh man, definitely pick up your pay-per-view if you can't be here. I haven't even been here for 24 hours, and I can already tell you it's an amazing venue, amazing. Just seeing everybody here. If you can get here, get here. Like I said, if not, pick up the pay-per-view. It's going to be a wonderful time.
Awesome, man. Good luck in your match.
Thank you.